Alright, so we've just nearly completed the transpo of the 3 cards, the 3 selections for the 4 jacks. We've just shaken and had the 4 cards turn into 3, and we act confused here. We don't know what's happened. Turn them around, look at them yourself, and obviously you're looking at this, right? Look at them yourself, and now you're going to display the selections. Very easy. Just Asiano that, right? Notice that the triple is in my right hand and it goes to the back. How come? Because I want them to end in order. Alright? So that's you, and that's you. Right? Display. Have a moment. Right? Let this sink in. This is an effect. You're not going on right away yet. Let this sink. So now we come back and we're going to, I like to come down, back up, you know, because I want to end here. At chest height in my left hand. So what's going to happen is that we're going to turn these two, this is a triple, with the 2 jokers, or jacks. I keep calling them jokers, I think. With these two, this is the triple. So these two are going to get turned over as we come down back to waist height. Now we're going to come back up to chest height again. It's sort of redundant coming back up and forth, but I find it keeps the routine moving. It keeps, you're not too staggered for too long. Sorry, I just got water on my glasses. I don't know how. There we go. Nice and clean. So what's going to happen is we're now here, and we need to turn this ace over. Now the reason we're going through all of this is because I want to display, or I want to turn the jacks over, right? So we can start getting ready for the collectors. Except I find that this is absolutely the wrong moment to be half passing or doing anything, or you sort of have to create a moment for a half pass. You would have to come down and do the half pass, and it's just absolutely the wrong moment. So we're going to do this the simplest way. It's even easier than a half pass. These 2 cards are going to get turned over as you come down to the waist, right? And you're going to talk about their selections. And as you say your selections, right, because I think the pattern line here is that the jacks are looking for your selections. You're coming up, you're taking this ace, coming up, wrist killing, and turning it over and holding square. Alright? Yeah, I think my power line here is if the jacks are now looking for your selections, they must be somewhere inside the deck. Or something like that. I'm trying to remember what the power line is here. I don't really know. It's very free ball with me. But I just want to make sure that you guys know that you're mentioning their selections as you use this to gesture. So we're not just coming up and doing this for no reason. It's because we're talking about their selections, right? So that's the reason for gesturing with the ace and doing this wrist kill and squaring up. We are now here. And what we need to do is start getting ready for the collectors, which means that this, because I'm picky and I want to end up in sequence, this needs to come here, right? Nice and simple. Count 2, count 3, I guess. Pinky count 2 off the bottom. So we have a break between the jacks. And you're going to gesture towards the deck, saying that if the jacks went looking for the selections inside the deck, they obviously can't find them, right? And what happens as you gesture that is you're just going to strip off this, square with that, alright? As you gesture towards the deck with your left hand. As you come backwards, buckle, and hit a spread. Alright? You do this buckle as you come back, not after you come back, because you're covering your action. Alright? So we just throw them their 3 selections, and these are going to get put down on their hand. Problem. This is A, not actually 3 selections, and B, they might think this is not actually just 3 selections. C, we're going to end up putting this on their hand face down. Now it's a little bit dangerous because there already is a little bit of suspicion on this packet. No matter how well you handle your doubles, there is suspicion here. So putting this face down implies a switch, kind of, because they're not looking at the face of their selections anymore. You might be wondering why we're putting this face down. It's because later on we're going to load 2 bottom palmed cards to the face of this packet. And if we were to take this, I just want to show you, if I have a bottom palmed card, and this is face up, in order to load these to the face of that packet, this has to get turned over as we come back and load. Now that's possible, but it's sort of awkward. It's definitely a lot more awkward than having them face down, taking it here and loading like that. Alright? Anyways, this is going to get put face down. So, obviously we're going to need some audience management here. So this is going to get put face down on their hand as you take away this deck. Because obviously we want to use one hand as much as possible. I don't like having spectators out like this. This is kind of casual. This is uncomfortable. Alright? We did do it at one point for the Gemini count, and that's the only time. I want to minimize that. Right? I know obviously you could use another spec for that. So these are going to come face down, and as you put these face down, you're going to be grabbing the deck with your left hand. Because obviously their hand's not big enough to hold multiple packs. So you're going to be taking this away as this goes down. And you're going to notice that as I do this, I'm going to be delivering a pattern line that pulls them away from here towards the deck. And not only that, but their hand is outstretched, and I'm going to come into their space. Alright? Notice that my shoulder is now in your space, and we're both looking at this deck together. Alright? Because I'm in your space, you're less likely to pull your hand and start looking at these cards. Alright? Because we're right here, and we're looking at this together. We're sharing a moment, and I don't know, I'm sort of... If a guy is standing right here, how are you going to get to this packet without doing it with, like, you know, you can't reach around me. So I'm up in your space and we're going through the deck looking for the jacks, which I claim are in the middle, right? So we go, if your selections are here, that must mean that over here, inside the middle of the deck, are the jack. Now obviously there are 2 jacks here and 2 jacks there, so we're not finding the jacks in the middle of the deck. Right, so are the jack... Oh, shoot. You know what I think happened? Right? And now we're rotating away and we're giving them their space back. Alright? We've eliminated the moment where they want to look at these, so it's fine to give them their space back and let them go. Also, we're going to be taking these back in a second, so it's no worry. We're going to be pinky counting here 2 of these, and then hitting them up into a bottom palm. Okay? Not going to go over technique of that. Whatever bottom palm you want to use, go for it. Just bottom palm those. Okay? We do this as we talk about the jacks. They're actually invisibly traveling up and down. Man, I need to get a different top card because these cards are terribly bent. Sorry. We're going to be delivering the pattern line about the jacks going up and down through the deck, actually looking for your selections. Alright? Now at this point the deck is going to get put back on their hand, and we're going to take those selections away. Now we can't take selections away with the palmed hand because it's sort of awkward, and as much as possible we want to be holding something inside a hand with a palmed card in it. So this is going to get taken, and this is going to get put face down as we take these away with the right hand. These get taken actually in biddle type grip. Alright, those get put down. Now notice that this is getting put down face down, not like that, because that would flash. Problem with this is, and I palm like this in my bottom hand, because it frees up my front and it looks clean. You get to see all my fingertips when I palm, and you normally hold the deck like this, or you're gesturing like this, so there's nothing to be seen in the first place, so we can open up this and hold it back to get a freedom. Anyone who watches Tony Chang's videos might be doing this. So make sure you close up your palm as you put these down. Alright? Then we flash this selection, and we're going to load the bottom palm cards underneath. EXO is going to murder me for this, but I don't use any sort of technique for loading palmed cards. Alright, my technique is basically, here look, we're going to shake these over the deck just so you can see them get there. Or so the jack can see them, or whatever like that. Something like that. Alright, so either way, these get loaded onto the bottom. Now we can do any color change at this point that transfers the bottom card to the top, because we're basically already in position. Right? The reason I use the cliff shift is it's motivated with the presentation. Is that we're letting the jack see their card, and then bang, it happens. Whoops. And we can immediately hit into a we can immediately hit from here into a one-card fan, or a one-handed fan to display. And look, they're in order. Right? So the reason I don't like going like this and then waving is it doesn't follow with the effect, right? So that's why the cliff shift, worth learning for this. Spread there, and then we're going to display bang, you, bang, you, bang, you. And there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I used up my exact 10 minutes.